Hello, and welcome. I am Red Pill Daniels, and I am down to talk about anything tonight. I'm starting off as in, family problems, having problems with, certain of my family members. My aunt, for one, my cousin, I don't speak to her. And my aunt, I no longer speak to her. She's basically just evil and nasty and just won't listen when I talk to her. So I had to just cut her off for good and forever. It's time for me to move on. It's time for me to do new things, and I just had to let her go. But I am down to talk about anything tonight. You know, yep, yep, I'm down to talk about anything. And what's up, Jay Repill?
So, bro, sup.
All right. The topic tonight is you can talk about anything.
Cool. I don't know, man. I feel like I don't know if this been happening to you, man. I feel like women know their time is up. Their time is up, and they know their time is slowly. It's like they really got much time left.
Yeah, it's slowly happening. Women are losing their mind, and women are losing grip on reality. You know, at work, I forgot to tell you this. At work, you know, I had my job almost close to a year, going on 2 years. So these new people, at least 15 feet from me, moved in. Two women. So this fat black woman, of course, you
Damn.
know, I've been dealing with her for like months and months. So what she's been doing is just laughing and laughing from a distance. So about at least 4 months ago, when I confronted her about laughing, and I told her I don't mess with nobody, she gonna say, "Ha ha, I'm laughing at you." I said, "You need to just leave me alone. Just leave me alone. I'm not messing with you." So she's like, "Okay." So about 2 months later, you know, I go back down to the same spot to take my break. Her and her kids was right there. Yeah, I did shoot the bird at her and her kids because she keep laughing and laughing and you know probably now just talking shit on her breath. You know,
What you say? What you say to her?
I just told her, why you keep laughing all that bullshit. I ain't laughing at you. Now she want to change the story and say that she wasn't laughing at me.
Mm.
I got heated, man. I lost my cool. I shouldn't have. She went to go tell my supervisor. I went down there with her. My supervisor, cool. She was like, just take a break somewhere else. Don't take a break down there no more. My boss talked to her. My boss talked to me. He just say, don't go back down there. Don't talk to her. Don't look at her.
Yeah, I feel you, man.
She look like Lizzo cousin, bro. She look like Lizzo cousin.
Oh, yeah, man. You know, black women don't work out. You know how that go, bro. You know that.
Yeah.
I just came from the mall today. I bullshit you not. It was this light skinned girl walking slow as hell. I knew she thinks somebody was looking at her, but I wasn't really looking at her. I was just by a jogging suit. But this motherfucker thought I was looking at her. Walking slow as hell. Like, bitch, ain't nobody worried about you. Like, man, why are you walking so slow? That shit kind of been happening like everywhere I go though. Like motherfucking hoes think somebody fucking looking at them. You know.
These women are losing their mind more than ever, man.
Yeah.
As a kid, you know, I mostly, of course, used to deal with black women. Getting into fights and all that, and they threatened to get their boyfriend on me to fight me. I'm gonna get my boyfriend. I'm gonna get my brother. I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get that.
Oh, man, tell me about it. That's the same thing be happening to me But I know it's not true because, like I said, your brother ain't gonna come and fight me unless he's really, really a bitch or simp. Unless you really believe it. Because, like I said, 99% of black sisters and brothers don't have good relationships with their sister. I don't have a good relationship with my sister because that's bullshit. You know.
Me, I don't got no sisters. I got mostly female cousins. This one I don't talk to because she think it's a childhood thing. She used to beat me up or whatnot. Big deal. So reason I don't get along with her because she thinks she can beat everybody in a fight.
Oh,
She ain't lost no fight yet.
oh, she's a lesbian or something.
No, she ain't no lesbian. She has like 2 kids.
She going to be a lesbian or she just like to fight? Basically, you just saying.
I think she don't fight no more because I think she got 2 kids. I think she calmed all that down. But it was like a long time ago. She thinks she was a badass. She used to get in the fights and all that. You know these black women.
Well, I don't get along with none of my cousins. I don't want to see them that much. None of my female cousins. Matter of fact, my uncle died last year, right? Whatever, I didn't know about it. And I put it on Facebook. Well, we lost another one. Well, that's it. That's another one. Then here come these 2 bitches. Oh man, you why would you say that? Oh, that's why nobody knows you in the family. Nobody cares about you. And then here comes her sister. Oh, he's a little slow. And I'm like, bitch, you went away from home and got knocked up. You let some niggas skeet in. You like, come on now. You know, all my black female cousins, you want to punch them in the face. All of them got kids at the wedlock, attitude. You know, that's why I don't go to many of the funerals because my auntie died this year too. I did not go to the funeral because I ain't want to hear that bullshit. So,
me and my aunt got bad blood, man. I bet everybody in my family and outside of my family do not like her. I think she suffers some type of mental illness, and she you just can't talk to her. You can't talk to black women.
Yeah,
you just can't talk to her.
I got an auntie like that too. Matter of fact, I got 3 or 2 of them suffer from a mental illness. You know, one of them cussed me out over the phone because I left home. I think this year I moved out. I left really home. I got my own place, and she go hard on me on the phone and cuss me out. And she used to be an ex crackhead. Like what the? I was like, what the fuck?
Yep. Yeah, you can't talk to these black women. I don't think I do now. I just shut up. I just shut up and do what I need to do, man, because you can stress yourself out, get yourself killed over these motherfuckers, and it's just a waste of time.
Yeah, man.
It's just a waste of time. My mom just kept convincing me, go back to her. And every time I tried, man, same bullshit.
Yeah,
same
man.
bullshit. I told my mom it's time to just, pull the cord and let her be, because one, plus she's a gun owner. Okay, big deal. You can still be a gun owner and get your ass killed. It don't matter.
Yeah.
I gotta go ahead.
Yeah, my bad. Females think they got a pistol. They think nobody gonna touch them. Like you still can get killed. My bad.
Oh, it's cool. It's cool. But these gun owners and stuff like that, when you say something to them, you think they can shoot you because you say something to them.
Yeah.
Nope. I have to put my hands on you. I have to physically threaten you in order for you to protect yourself. Yeah. Black women, I'm gonna shoot you just for no reason.
Oh yeah, you know that. You know that. That's why they got the gun for. They want somebody to fear them. That's all. I said in one of my videos, women, especially black women, they want you to be scared of them.
Right.
That's all it is. They want you to put the fear of God in you. But you can't put the fear of God in me when I know what you're going through. I know you've been skeeted in by a whole bunch of niggas. I know you've been ran through by a whole bunch of niggas. So don't take it out on me or you. That's women for you.
Yeah, I used to somewhat be afraid of black women, because I didn't understand black women.
Yep. I never was afraid of them. I was just tired of them because it got so tiring after a while because you like they do the same things over and over again. They do the same things. And like I said, I'm not about to keep on acting like everything's cool when everything's not. You know, I don't fake it. See, women want you to fake shit. Fake like you happy. Fake like you got a person. They want you to fake it. Like they do. I'm not about to fake shit, man. Cause like I said, why point should I fake some shit when she ain't faking that? I mean, when she faking shit, that's not real. That and that's why a lot of women are not real to me. They're illusion. You know.
Yep, I'm starting to realize that now as I watch a lot of MGTOW content.
Yeah.
Tommy Sotomayor, I really known about black women then when I used to watch a lot of his content and videos. And I watch his video, I was like, okay, I understand now. And then, go ahead.
You can go on TikTok. My bad for cutting you off. You can go on TikTok and you can see a lot of bitches in their true form and shit. A lot of dumb ass bitches.
Yep. Women are getting worse, man. They just getting worse. I'm really starting to see it now, mostly in Florida.
Yeah, man. See you out there like with the models, they read bikinis and all that shit. They try to look for attention out there and all that. I know you on South Beach and all that. And basically, I feel what you're saying because like I'm in Indiana, they do the same thing, but they're more like, if you don't fucking give me this for that, I don't want to talk to you. You know, they more direct.
Yeah, I'm from Palm Beach. I'm mostly from Riviera Beach. This Riviera Beach is terrible. They terrible. They a lot of high crimes here, man. That's why I'm trying to, get my shit and just go, man.
Yeah.
To get my go and go. It's been like that for years and years.
Yeah. I'm thinking about moving too. I'm just thinking about moving up the street though, because it's more quieter. I like the apartment buildings. There's way more like lesser crime. So I'm thinking about moving over there because yesterday they had fucking yellow tape over here around my apartment complex and shit with the back of it on the side of it and shit. Then I ain't had nowhere to park at and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm paying all this rent just for bullshit. So, it is what it is.
Another story I got, I've been here almost 5 years, going on 5 years. Been living a crazy chick next door. I of course wouldn't date a black woman and never will. But she's been living there for 4 years and she's been like causing a lot of problems. I got along from the beginning, but she just basically just lost her mind. Had to put her in her place. Had to, scare a couple of times. She called the police and the police didn't do nothing. They do nothing at all. They just told her just stay on your side and you stay on yours.
Yeah, man, you got to stand up to these women, man. Cause like I said, they scared themselves, low key. That's why they act all aggressive and mean and shit, And like really and truly, man, it's amazing to me how she called the police. But if you did something to her, you wouldn't call the police. That show you right there. Women are afraid. They're afraid.
Yep.
And the bad thing about women is it's like you say one thing but do the other. Like you say you want a good man, but you've been in an abusive relationship for 6 years. Cause I deal with the same thing. I've been flipped off when I first moved out here to Indianapolis. I've been flipped off by 2 women, and then I've been one bitch yelled at me and shit because the mailbox is parked by the entrance of the apartment complex.
Right.
So you got to kind of drive your car down there to it, which is stupid and kind of ghetto. And basically, this bitch get mad at me because she think I'm about to hit her car. And so like, bitch, if you move the fuck out the way,
Yep. Or you do something back to them, They have all types of simps, police, and all this crap, and it's just ridiculous. I just basically just try my best to leave women alone. But if they like coming towards my space, they coming towards my house, I'm gonna get pissed off.
Yeah, man. I got the same problem. This girl next door, she kind of like I be looking at me and shit. I don't really like her because I know what type of I seen the baby father and shit and all that. Then I seen him arguing with the baby father. I was coming in. I was getting me some barbecue. And then I was seeing him come out. He like, man, and I heard him on the phone. Man, come get me, man, if I shoot this bitch. I heard him on the phone talking to somebody. I said, damn. So all type of shit be going down low key. And I be peeping shit out over here, you know. It might not look like I'm peeping shit out, but I'm observing shit. I'm quiet as hell, you know.
I'm kind of like the same way. I'm kind of like the guy that really just stay to myself. Now, if I probably like develop a conversation with you, I probably do it like that. But I'm mostly just a quiet guy.
Yep, that's all, man. You know what? Yeah, that's all you can do. Stay to yourself because you really don't know what people own, what people got in store for you. Because, like I said, if you stay to yourself, you at peace.
Yep.
You know, and you don't have to deal with all the hatred from a black female, any female. You know, let's go out and do something. You know, let's spend some money and she ain't doing shit for you. She ain't fucking the sucking, you ain't doing nothing. So basically, you getting the raw end and you getting the bad deal. Since you getting the bad deal, ain't no point to just keep on fucking with women and all that. When you getting the bad deal of the stick, you getting the raw end of the stick, man. You know.
Yeah, dealing with women, a lot of stress, jail, get my boyfriend, get my family members, and all this crap. Not dealing with a woman, you at total peace.
Yeah.
You at total peace. The one next door I told you about, she gone. It happened like 2 years ago. She was kicked out. I think she was kicked out mostly because she called the police on my landlord too, and the police didn't say nothing at all. The police just like, why don't you just move out? No, I've been here for 4 years and he's been doing this. He didn't fix that. My landlord will fix it, but my landlord got like a lot of kids to attend to. He got a lot to do and stuff like that, and he ain't had time to get to it. But she got kids. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
You said she got kids?
Yeah, the fat one dude. Yeah, I call her fat. She had 2 kids. She wasn't with them, but she got kicked out because she hit my landlord, and my landlord like, nope, I got to get a restraining order, and I got to get her out of here. So it took her at least 35 days until she get out and get her stuff. So my landlord kicked out, man, and I was at peace. I was like, thank God, man. Thank God.
You know, the Lord that answer your prayers because he know women are crazy. You know, he answered my prayers. It was this bitch at the job, right? She was a dyke. Just when I was staying with a friend, whatever. And they was arguing like a motherfucker. He was telling me, never ever, bro, never ever take advice from a simp because, like I said, like I said, I told you about my friend. He got 3 baby mamas, paying all the child support, getting bad at me because I ain't fucking the hoes with him and going crazy with him and being broke with him. So anyway, make a long story short, we got the job, right? His girl became friends with this one dyke. She's a dyke, whatever. She even said it. She a lesbian. Cause nigga beat her gay, whatever. That's what a lot of happen. You know, when women get beat in abusive relationships, toxic relationship, they become gay over time. So anyway, this bitch kept fucking with me, talking shit, talking about you homeless, all type of shit. This putting dirt on my name, you know, this dragging me through the mud. And bitch, you don't even fucking know me. So make a long story short, she got into it with the manager. And after the manager that, he sent her ass home, you know. And I said, thank the Lord. Thank the fucking Lord, dude.
Yeah, these women will get in trouble eventually, and they'll go back to doing the same thing. Now I know this one girl from high school.
Mm.
Her name's Frankisha Walker. She's dead now because she died of breast cancer in 2017.
Mm.
So I had a problem with her in high school. Throughout high school, and high school was over, she kept giving me a problem. She was friends with my brother on Facebook. So when I told my brother what happened, he unfriended her. And then I told my other friends I was friends with her, they unfriended her. So she told my other friend, I've been friends for 21 years. Oh, he suffered from, schizophrenia and all that and la la la. My friend like, no, that ain't gonna work. So he had to cut her loose and all that crap.
Mm.
I think I don't have a mental illness, to be quite honest. I don't.
Yeah, that's the same thing my family said about me. I got a mental problem, something wrong with you. That they compare me to my other cousin. Now he's mentally challenged. He get a check from the state. Now
Right.
they compare me to him. And my auntie said this dumbass shit took over the phone when I was living in my car, whatever, doing my thing, trying to get back on my feet. She said this shit to me. Oh, well, at least he had his own place. I'm like, bitch, that's taxpayers' money. That's not his crib. That is taxpayers' money. We paying for him because he's a ward of the state. The government is paying him money because they know something's wrong with him. He's mentally challenged, But she compared me to that nigga, like, oh man.
Yeah. I shouldn't be talking about it. I was once on SSI. Now that I'm working, I'm off of it. I truly want to get off of it, because if you depend on entitlement programs like SSI, food stamps, and all this other stuff.
You said Social Security or like food stamps?
Both.
Oh yeah. Oh no, you good. I thought you were talking about you mentally something. You getting a check because you mentally retarded. No, okay.
No, I ain't retarded. Yeah, I ain't retarded.
Yeah, you get a check. Say you get a check for that. Like no. Okay. Yeah, bro. Yeah, you good. They should give it to men anyway because, motherfucker, we need it the most. They give it to women like every day, bro.
Try to add Nathan. Let me see. Yeah, personally, I don't need it. I don't need it. You want to get off that and make more money.
Yeah, I make too much, but if I did need it, I'd take it from the government. But if you make it like at least 20 grand a year, you don't make below 20 grand a year, you don't supposed to really take that from the government. But you got some people greedy, like women, and they'll do their welfare fraud like a motherfucker, So that's all they'll do, bro. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm trying to make more and more, man. And let's see. Okay, there we go. What's up, Nathan?
What's up?
What's up? Welcome to my channel.
Hey, give me a second. Let me get my thing plugged in.
All right. Well, yeah, you don't want to depend on food stamps and SSI and all these entitlement programs, because they trying to actually take those away too.
Yeah, Trump was trying to take it away from women. Women was going crazy because so many women on welfare and food stamps, like all these kids, blah, blah, blah. So Trump was trying to take it away, but he couldn't take all the benefits away, but he was trying to take the food stamps away.
Yeah, let's try that. Hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yep. But the topic is, Nathan, you feel free to talk about anything. Oh, he went off.
Yeah, man. Trump was trying to take it away, bro, but it came back, because like I said, women got the right to vote.
Right.
And they're gonna, they can put words in and shit like that. which is kind of strange to me, but that's how women operate.
I know when they took it away down here, boy, they started whining. Hey, cut out food stamps. Why would you do this?
And then you trying to keep the immigrants out.
Yeah, Nathan. The topic here is you can feel free to talk about anything.
Well, that's the free for all.
Yep.
Okay.
free for all.
Okay. Now, what were you guys talking about? Immigrants or what?
You're talking about the welfare women get, all that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't agree with that either. I have like completely. I don't know how to go into it. I have completely different like politics on things. So the people that talk about welfare and they talk about losing their job, I think they have the wrong mindset. I do. Like, I'll explain why. Like, we should be working on being as independent from the government as possible, because that it gives them so much power in the corporate, the corporate side of things, so much power. It's insane. Like, if you look into, okay, do you guys know about Thomas Edison and all that stuff?
Yeah.
Nikola Tesla shit. Okay, so Nikola Tesla, you know who he is. He wanted to make access to electricity free, and Thomas Edison was like, no, he wants money. Okay? He wants to, so it's the grid. So you guys know what the grid is, right? So it's your water, all your utilities, electricity, food, you go to the store. And I think that, outside of the control thing, we can be all hippies and stuff about it. But the other aspect is with the government, it's actually a national security threat to be on the grid like that. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because if someone poisons the water supply, every single person that's in the area is going to die, because they all drink, or almost everybody is drinking from the tap or something. They may have a water filter. I don't know. But or if the power, or Texas is a good example. If you guys remember what happened at Texas, I think it was in 2019.
Yeah. I heard about that.
Nobody knew what to do, and everybody. I have done experiments and stuff where I can actually fuel my whole house with a tin can and a piece off my fridge and some candles or an alcohol lamp, the whole entire house. And they don't, I think part of it is routine. Like, they don't want to, they're afraid. It's really weird because, like, once I figured out how, like, electricity works and everything, and I really got into that, I wasn't afraid of it anymore, and I started experimenting with shit. But they're afraid to take their house off grid. They're afraid to, set up the system so that they can, because you could put a little thing in your sink. You could set it up so you can get everything in your sink from like a big tub,
Right.
And,
my ass, do you have a water filter or you drink from the tap?
We have a water filter.
Same here.
But I also, I just don't have any. I mean, I sometimes, because I try to, I've even gotten to the point where, because I'm like trying to become more extremist, especially with like my big towel thing. Like, I'm like, if you're going to fight something, you just can't half-ass it.
Right.
And so I've been doing sponge baths. I know that's weird. But you use less water. Okay. But part of my problem is, and I can filter water. I have some water filters.
Right.
And I have some water filters in my bug out bag. But the problem is it's really hard to make a ton of water, like, at once. That's the problem. That's the problem. You have to somehow collect a ton of water.
So when do you run out?
Like, how often do I run out?
Yeah.
I'll sometimes get it from the pond nearby, but I know everyone doesn't have a pond nearby.
Wait,
but,
so the pond you go to is filtered water, or is it clean?
I have to bring it over.
Oh, okay.
So, but it's a local pond that everyone can access. That's free.
I
And
used to
yeah.
drink from the tap. I
Yeah.
don't know more because it's so many chemicals in the water.
Mhm.
And what they told you or what they didn't tell you is basically there's some ingredients within medications that's in the water.
Yeah, I still agree with the birth control things. Like, I think that our testosterone levels are messed up. I did, I did, because what was it? The women dump the birth control down the sink.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that too.
They
And
had
I guess
they had and all that. You actually drank the water, you drank they have.
I don't know. I don't know if the filter. I don't think a sink filter would even take it out, but I could be wrong.
It depends on now. I don't know if you never heard of this name. Have you ever heard of Enagic Kangen water?
No, don't know what that is.
It's alkaline water. It's
Okay.
alkaline water.
I know what that is.
I had to see some information on it, but it's basically just like a medical machine.
Okay.
And you make these types of different waters: alkaline water, beauty water, something called 11.5, 2.5, and all this. And what it does is it's supposed to basically increase your pH because our pH, okay, it's basically like if you have like low pH between 2, 3, 4, and 5, you acidic.
Mm-hmm.
So if you increase your pH to 7, that's normal. If you increase it higher, then your body's alkaline and you won't easily get sick.
Yeah, I've heard of stuff like that. I've also heard some people say the opposite, but like they're saying, oh, there's some people that's like, our body needs to be acidic. And I don't know about that, to be too acidic. But yeah, I agree with that.
So Jay,
I think,
go ahead. So what type of water you drink?
Well, I drink a lot of
sorry.
I'm about to get the I drink a lot of water bottle. I don't drink the tap water like that. I drink a lot of I'm about to get what you call like a water gallon, the jug, the little, you know what I'm talking about, the little water
like a machine.
Yeah, that the little water machine. Then they got the little blue thing, the little tab thing. I forget what it's called.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about now. Like in the bank and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the type of shit that I'm about to get now because I don't really drink the tap water and all that because that water comes from that's clean water. That's like what Dr. Sebi was talking about. Yeah.
They put so many chemicals in the water. Plus they put chlorine in the water too.
Yep.
That I understand, but drinking chlorine in the water is not good for you long term.
Well, it kills your immune system, so I don't really drink it. I was drinking it when we were young. Like everybody drank tap water when they were young, but I don't think you should drink no more of it now because, like I said, they put all type of shit in it.
There's this theory that chlorine can increase obesity because it fucks up your gut flora.
Damn.
I thought it's like bleach. Like chlorine is like bleach. I thought it just fuck up your insides, because I don't know if you ever taste chlorine.
Yeah, no, I've tasted it. Yeah.
Yeah, it burned like a motherfucker. A little bit to me.
It depends how concentrated it is. I just think it tastes like if you just have like the right amount, it just tastes a little chemical taste with the water. But I don't think it's good for you. It would be better than nothing. Like if you're like in a survival situation. But I mean, long term, yeah. That's I have a thing that mimics groundwater. I have a little bottle and it mimics the groundwater filter system. And then it comes out. I have a video somewhere. I can find it again. Where I have a muddy water and it goes through these layers of different types of sediment like charcoal and dirt and rocks and stuff. And it comes out clear once it gets out the bottom. It's supposed to mimic ground well water. You can find this like on classroom water filters. It's not bad system, but that's why they say like it's that groundwater is actually, I believe this is more filter is better for you than drinking from the rain, like from outside.
Oh, that rainwater terrible, man. That's terrible. You drink that, you done for.
Yeah. But and that's the other thing is I don't want to go too off topic, but like,
Oh, you talk about anything? He ain't going off topic.
Okay. Good. Well, I mean, okay. So, speaking of this too, like shit hit the fan. We talked about Texas and all that. Like one of the obstacles is like back then, if they wanted to get water from a lake, people got diseases back then from the water. But if they boiled it, which they sometimes knew about that, or they put a little bit of alcohol in their water.
Alcohol?
They put a little bit in the water.
Wow.
To kill the bacteria in the water. Probably enough to get drunk. Maybe not. I don't know. But anyways, the number one thing that would kill people is the chemicals in the water. I think they say that if you were to drink like from some of these lakes and stuff for like a month, you would get really sick and you'd die and shit all over yourself. Because there's you can't just boil that out. That's why I have my little portable groundwater invitation.
So it's the same thing with animals or just humans?
I don't know. Like I know you have a point because what do the animals drink? I don't know if humans could take it. Like look what animals eat. Like if we were to go out and eat what the animals eat, we'd get sick.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
especially like raccoons and like possums and like stuff like that.
We would die if we ate some of the shit they ate. You have a good point though. I get where you're going with that. But so you can't just boil the water anymore. Like because that's not good enough. Because all the crap they put in it. But yeah, just like going back to like just Texas and shit, and they're telling everyone to like melt the snow, like and everything like that. Like it's just I get it's an emergency, and snow water is probably better than no water for the short term. It has a bunch of crap in it.
So I do got to ask you, Nathan, what's your exact problem with white women?
Oh, yeah. I don't really like white women and like Latina and Arab women particularly, but I had better luck. So, okay, I'll say it. I think they're spoiled. I think they're the most, which I actually think is part of the Karen phenomenon.
Yeah.
I think that white women have, some people in the town get mad at me for saying this. I'm not super left wing. I do think that white people do have a tribal thing they're subconscious about. They don't know. Not all, okay? And I think that the Karen phenomenon proves that, like, it can tell you who's on the social order. So in my opinion, outside of the elites, white women are on the top of the social order.
And I'm glad you said that because, like, I talked to a couple of white women. They kind of gave me that same cold shoulder as black women have.
Yeah.
They kind of ignored me because everybody, all the black guys desire them. So now they think they're think they black, basically.
Oh, so what you're saying that you have trouble with women?
No, I'm saying white women. This is my personal opinion.
Oh, okay.
They think they're black because all the black guys desire them because they get played. Mm-hmm. All the black guys get played by black women, so they go to white women.
Oh, okay.
All the black guys hype them up, saying you go girl, you look good and all that. Now they think they're black, you know.
Well, they like. I mean, I'm not a national. I don't know why I guess I do this because everybody takes everything I say wrong, but I don't know if you guys will. But I don't know. So I'm not a nationalist, but you know the reason why a lot of like I mean I don't really care that much, but like the people that that aren't white, the men that aren't white like white women is because they see it as exotic, which I'll admit I do that with the Latina and the Arab women that I've dated. like they see him as like angelic looking, and this is also for me from talking with like black men. And
Oh, no, I think Latina women, a Latino female, just basically a light skinned black female to me. Latina women ain't really different from black female to me.
I think they're more conservative. Not all of them, but they tend to be more conservative.
They the worst too, man. They the worst too,
think so?
Jay. They definitely the worst.
Yeah, that's a lot like all a Latino female is. She kind of like basically just a black female, basically. But she like we got good hair, good jeans, like a Cardi B. She's black as hell, you know.
I have really good experiences with them. I don't know if I like do something. Maybe I got some lucky ones. I'm not saying you guys are wrong. I guess I'm also going based on my personal experience. So,
What do you think?
What?
Sorry about it. Go ahead.
I was just saying. I guess that's all you have at the end of the day for sure is your personal experience. Even though that could also be altering because there could be factors that are just for you. You know.
Yeah.
Okay, go on.
So what do you think? Vicky Wuha, if I said it right.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
Oh, you talking about the girl that act black, the white girl that act black?
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What do I think about her? I think that she's just dumb.
Crazy, man.
I guess she can do that or whatever, but I think that she's dumb though. I don't like hanging out with people that act like that.
Yep. At the end of the day, she white. At the end of the day, she white. I'm black. No, you white. You white.
Yeah. Well, you see a lot of that stuff.
I'm black.
Like,
I'm black.
but you see a lot of that with like it's just people trying to I think that she also thinks that I guess there can be. I think that when people do that, they think that there's some kind of advantage, perceived real or not. Like they think
like that Catch Me Outside girl. I can't stand
yeah.
Danielle Bugoli, not her real name.
Yeah. She's Italian, but like she thinks she like just man.
Yeah.
From a regular girl to all them tattoos on her body, nails and all that crap. She's not too far away from me too. I think she from like Boca Raton, like 4 hours away from me. So she basically from Florida.
You know what? I have an interesting thing to talk about. That's really interesting.
Okay.
And okay, so I'll use this as the ultimate example, but just keep in mind that this is the most extreme. Okay. Do you guys know who Chris Chan is?
Who is it?
Okay, Chris Chan. No?
No.
He's not Asian, even though he sounds like it. So there's this autistic guy who created something called Sonic Chew. And he like had trouble getting laid and stuff, okay? So he decided later on that he was going to become transgender, but he wasn't going to like men. So he was going to be a transgender lesbian. And there are like a lot of people that are kind of outcast that become transgender. And this does kind of have to do with this a little bit because they have a perceived, again, real or not, that becoming this will give them an advantage, which is why I think that people become transgender sometimes, especially the male to female, because they think a lot of nerdy white guys. I even know one that did this. Last time I saw him was in the mall and he had boobs. It had boobs. And but I think it happens because of the gynocentric society. They think that if they become a girl, that's going to give them an advantage.
Nope. That make it worse for them too when they actually try to become women.
Yeah, especially the ones that don't pass, because they're just going to be a freak. They can't lie about it because they look like an alien. So
I've seen a lot of them getting killed too. These transgender people.
Mm-hmm.
They try to sit there.
If you don't tell, you'll get killed.
Yep. Try to trick man and all that, and these men are getting tired and actually killing these people.
I actually consider that sexual abuse if you like trick someone and you plot your wiener thing, penis, and then it's not a vagina. I actually consider that to be sexual abuse.
Yep.
I know most of society doesn't, or the left doesn't think that, but
and should go to jail for it too. They should actually go to jail for that.
Yeah, if they don't tell you, yeah.
But they protect these people too.
Yeah.
They protect these transgender people.
Yeah.
Well, that kind of happened to me, but I kind of knew it was a man because he said this to me. He said, I only do anal sex. Like, how many women you know just do anal sex? Like, come on.
Yeah. That's interesting. Yeah, the Arab women like it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I get what you're saying because most women don't like it. They'll only do it to you if you're super good looking, and then they'll make a sacrifice.
Yeah, like that's that's like that hurts them. And then like you're not supposed to be doing anal sex because there's so many health risks. You can get AIDS, you can get your colon cancer, all type of shit.
I didn't know you could get colon cancer. I didn't know that. That doesn't surprise me though.
Well, it depends though how much you're getting it. Like I know this one gay dude. I don't know him so well. He was my friend. Well, he's my manager at my other old job. I was in Portage, and his brother he was bleeding from the rectum because he's gay, and he went to the hospital. I think I don't know if he died or another, but he got colon like a colostomy or some shit. We just had to get his colon cleansed, basically.
I see. I wonder if it's because they're getting HPV though as well, because because HPV will give you fucking cancer either because not just the undiagnosed ones, but there's like a couple variants that aren't curable of HPV. There's like 10 or something like that, and they all increase your risk of cancer. And that's just as contagious as herpes is. Yeah. So yeah, it's fucked.
So coronavirus.
Okay.
You think that's going away anytime soon, or just gonna stay?
I believe it's at least halfway fake, at least, or over exaggerated. Is it going to go away? It's not going to go away until we all get the vaccine and the system. And we comply with the system. It's not going to go away. That's what I believe. Will it go away? Once they get what they want, it will go away.
My question is, they should take the vaccine. Why they ain't taking the vaccine?
I want to hold them down and give them one. Put it right in their ass cheek. That's what I want to do. Yeah.
Oh man.
No.
I think Biden got the vaccine shot.
Yeah, he needs it. I don't really vote anymore, so because I think they're all shitty.
Yeah,
all of them.
Both sides are just cricket. Both sides are just cricket.
I was a kind of. I'm not gonna lie. I did vote for Trump on the first term, but I was like, just doing it because I thought maybe. But I wasn't hardcore. Okay. But I'm not like I don't worship him as some kind of god like the other ones do. But I thought maybe he was an outlier, which he's not. And that maybe he would because he said that the most appealing thing real quick was he said that he was going to spill the 9/11 shit, which he didn't. So I voted for him because I thought maybe he would do that. I didn't really care about the Mexicans or anything like that. But what was I going to say? No, he's also compromised too. I think he fucked some underage girls and he's been compromised because of how he reacted to Weinstein. Because he was talking shit about Weinstein and calling her a sex offender. And then when they got her into holding, he's like, oh, Weinstein's an awesome person and she's amazing and I hope she gets out.
These women, man. These women. Women, like you say, Jay, women are fake, man. They
Yeah.
are fake.
Yeah, when you wear eyelashes and like makeup and shit, when you take off and see your real face, you see your true identity. That's when they
Yeah.
ain't their highest point no more. That's when you see their true form, you see their true colors. Like, okay, you don't look like what you say. You know, when your photos, you don't look like what you feel. You know.
Yeah.
And when they
Yep.
do look like they do in their photos, years later, they end up gaining weight, bad skin, looking like a
Yep.
crackhead, you name it. They basically hit the wall.
Yep. And they hit the wall earlier and earlier now. So, like, there was this one Latina girl, so I liked them too much, that I thought was kind of attractive. And then I like looked on her Facebook once we had a fallout, and she was a slut too. I should have known that, but I was stupid at the time. And I saw her without makeup. She looked disgusting. She looked hideous, and she looked older than I was, and I'm white. And I say that because white people supposedly age faster, and they do usually. I just take care of my skin. But she was all wrinkly and shit, and she was like 24, 23,
Damn.
about my age at the time, and she looked like she was 30 something. And I'm over here glowing in the dark.
That too, and just people just don't take care of themselves.
Yep.
They just don't take care of themselves. That's why they age so quick. This is why women hit the wall so quick, because they don't take care of themselves. They wear makeup majority of the times.
Yep.
They eating habits suck. They drink a lot of sodas. All this other stuff. This is why they age quicker.
If I do, I don't know if you heard this, but I take telomerase activators, and I take antioxidants. One reason why I sound and look younger than I actually I look really young. It's actually really creepy. I'm over here almost 30, but if I went into a high school, I could probably pass as one of the students. Be a creeper. No, but yeah. And I think yeah, Jay brought this up and we talked about this earlier. I think the sleeping around does something to them too. Maybe it's not fully explained by science.
What?
The people, when the women sleep around with like a whole bunch of different guys, it ages them.
Yeah. It's called soul ties. I don't know.
Yeah, our ancestors knew about this from almost every continent.
Yeah. It's soul ties. They get the male stress. They get the male. They just get all his basically all his problems, basically all his what he going through mentally. They get it, you know.
Yeah, or it could go into what they call, you might have heard this being MGTOW, microchimerism.
I ain't heard of that. What's
no?
that? Yeah.
Okay, so there's some mixed results. It also seems like everything that goes against the grain automatically gets thrown out the window. So you absorb genetic material into your body through their sperm and shit like that.
Oh, I know you're talking about. It's basically like soul ties, basically.
But you can. This is something interesting, yeah. So I don't know. Have you ever heard of couple? Now, I guess I'm just saying this as just to talk about it. You probably already know this. Have you noticed that when there's a couple that have been around for like a really long time, look at an older picture and you'll notice the woman looks more and more like the man?
Yep.
Yeah, that's because I feel like that's because of all of like all the chemicals they put in their body.
But I mean, she looks like not a man, but like the man she's fucking.
Yeah. That's soul ties. That's soul ties. She
yeah.
You get all his
his
attributes. You get his stress. You get his attitude. You get all with his demeanor.
Or you'll see that there's a like on the Maury show. I don't know how real that is, but you'll hear stories where the child looks like her ex. Yeah, because there's again this theory is being debunked. I'm not saying it's true that it's been debunked. It's a toss up for me, but it wouldn't surprise me if it was true. And like all of our ancestors said it was true. But this would piss off the feminists if this was true, and it would take away a lot of their power. So they wouldn't allow this to be true. That's my thing. Anything that takes away their power is gonna. If there's a scientific discovery and it pisses off the population, it'll be wrong like in a year. Yeah. Unfortunately, but yeah.
But things are getting worse. They're getting a whole lot worse. Women especially, man, they lose their mind. They lose their mind. I love it. I love it because they cause so much pain to other people, and especially men. And not they getting what they getting. So,
well, I don't know if you seen it when the coronavirus hit. When it first hit, women was going crazy.
Yeah, because of the store shelves thing scared the shit out of them.
Not even that. I say just the job situation. They lost a lot of jobs. Like they put a lot of people out of work. So women working in the restaurants and behind the desk and all that, they put them out of work. So now they got all these kids and shit.
Yeah, there was I guess you're right too. You're right on that too. I agree with you on that too. It wasn't just that because because most women, and I always get mixed up with MGTOW on this too. So more women lost their jobs than men because more women work retail and fast food because most women, 80% of women, and this is why I disagree with MGTOW on this. They're like, oh, more and more women are going to college. That might be true. But women don't typically choose the secretary job that much. Most women actually work fast food and retail. They don't work all these special jobs. MGTOW says that. I don't believe this. And if you go into a store, either a grocery store or a fast food place, look at the staff. Most of them are women. Not at every place, but most of the time it's females. And fast food and retail make up 60% of the jobs. And they'll say nursing, but nursing's like 3% of the entire workforce. Did you know that? Mm-hmm. It's like 3 or 5% of the entire workforce. I think it's 3%.
Yeah,
though that, yeah, good.
You have some women that go to college, but don't actually get the job that the course that they finish.
Although you'll
see her taking a RN, but actually don't do RN. She'll be working somewhere like Wendy's, Burger King, or a secretary job or office job.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's like the more prestige jobs that they get, like on like a Massey level.
Right.
You have a few girls become politicians when they become politicians, but like that's one of like the better jobs is like secretary.
Yeah, I went to school for brick and block. Mm-hmm. I did the brick and block, but construction over time wears out your body. Put damage on you and stuff like that. You had to do a lot of traveling. You had to go to a lot of hotels with construction, and you got to get up. I had to get up at least 5:30 in the morning to drive from Theodore, Alabama to Pensacola, Florida. That was a long ride, man. And then I had to drive back.
So it's random.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to do it. Then I like routine.
Yeah.
I would suck it.
It's more like you get paid good though, but it's like more like on call basically.
I think it depends on where you live too, because if you live in a place where there's winter, you're not going to be getting paid as someone that works in California or Florida because you don't work. Yeah. And they don't want to start a project during the fall, a new project. So you'll be finishing up any job you have in the fall. I was going to be a bricklayer, but I didn't do it. I did it for a little bit. Like I had like a free thing, I guess whatever you call it. I did an internship for it, but I didn't want to do it. It was okay.
Oh, let me tell you this, man. Like, okay, when I was in Alabama that time, I
Mhm.
think it was like had to be somewhere between 2007, 2008. I went to apprenticeship school for brick and block. You studied the
Mhm.
books and all that crap. My teacher was hardcore, man. He was hardcore. If you even build a wall and you somewhat mess up like in one area, what
Yeah.
what he'll do, he'll knock down the wall and you have to rebuild it.
Ah.
I was pissed, man.
I'm
I
gonna
was
guess
pissed.
that I'm gonna guess that they messed up on the concrete
No,
part of it.
I messed up like in one area. He knocked down the wall. He told, "Oh, rebuild it." I was like, "Motherfucker."
That's instead of fixing that one part.
Yeah,
Oh, you talking about bricklaying?
yeah, brickland.
Oh shit.
Yeah. I guess I could see how you can mess up on it. I don't know. It it's it was okay. I like jobs that are repetitive, so that would be something that I would love, believe it or not. I can go into like autopilot mode for some reason, but that could also be my well, could be my long use of psychedelics and trance use stuff, which is probably why I can go into autopilot. So
You ever had a problem like on a job where like with one of your employees or
mhm.
a non-employee?
Have I ever had a problem with one?
Yeah.
Um, okay, when I was a cart pusher a few times, okay, on that, okay, so okay, yeah, I had a problem with a person before, yeah, but not usually because I work by myself usually when I work. Okay, so I guess where are you going with this? I guess so, yeah, I've
Like have a
had.
problem like with the boss. You ever like scream
Oh,
at you or
oh, okay. Are you trying to say like? Let me turn this volume down.
all right.
Um, so you're trying to say like a customer or something complained
Yeah,
about you?
yeah, like a customer, the boss,
Yes,
you name it.
yes. When I worked at Goodwill, um, as well, someone said, even though I never really talked to the people, they said that I cussed them out and slammed their door real hard, even though I didn't. And the boss actually didn't believe him, but I did get in some trouble because like, okay, I don't know what happened. Just be careful. Just be careful. We can't be having that. But he didn't fully scream. I'm gonna guess that you had someone full blown scream at you.
Oh yeah, man. Oh
Okay,
yeah.
I've never had that.
Mm.
I'm very. It's a combination of me looking like I got out of prison, and then sounding like I'm 16. I'm all mellow. I'm mellow. I'm very mellow and calm, and I think like the intimidation factor and the fact that because I have this gentle giant look, I think that's why they don't scream at me.
Wow.
But I think if I wasn't, if I looked like, if I had like tattoos and maybe I was a little bit lankier, they probably would. I
I know
think they'd
they'll
scream.
I know they'll go in, boy. They'll go in when you had the tattoos.
Yeah. So,
What about you, Jay?
What's the question?
Like, did you ever have like do you have problems with your boss or employees that you work with?
Oh man, I had so many problems. Oh man, my one job, I was just talking to this one dude. We was just talking about women and shit, and I was just talking about them, and it was these two guys, and they said, man, shut up, man, shut the bitch ass up." And then the manager came in and shut up. Hey man, you should just be quiet, man. You're a virgin. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, you don't even know if I'm a virgin. Like, what the fuck? And then he put me to say, hey man, are you a virgin? I'm like, what the fuck?
but
Yeah.
it doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah, it's like it's just so weird because managers talk to you any type of way. I've been through it all, bro. Like especially this female manager, I kept annoying her, and she got pissed, man. Oh my god, she got pissed as hell. She's like, I'm going to take you to the office, Jeremiah. If you stop ignoring me, I kept ignoring her just for not saying nothing to her.
That's women for you, man. That's women for you. Oh yeah. I think it happened Thursday. So I was sitting at the bus stop waiting on the bus. This elderly white woman, she, walked past me, looked back and spoke. And then she kept just saying, hello, hello. Like, F you then. Fuck you. And then she just kept walking and walking. Because I ignored her.
Yeah. That's what I always do. I ignore women like a motherfucker, bro. Shit.
They can't stand it when you ignore them, boy. They can't stand it. Those motherfuckers go crazy.
I feel like women in general just they have so many just flaws wrong with them, and they know they fucked up. But the problem is they think it's cool. It's cool to do what they do, which is not, So I feel like all women just like, you know what? You fucked up. So you can't really call it out. You can't really call it out. No, you fucked up.
Yep. I had so many problems with women, man. I go stand up to them, but overall I choose just to leave them alone. Because eventually you keep messing with them, they call the police, they get a restraining order, they do this, they do that. You got to leave these motherfuckers alone.
Yeah. And then one thing I know, I saved up a lot of money, man. Like, yeah, I saved a lot of fucking money, bro. Like, not messing with them, not messing with them no more.
Yeah, I'm trying to make more money. I'm trying to get like a second income, son, besides this job. Trying to get me a vehicle too, because I'm definitely tired of riding the bus.
Okay. Yeah, I was thinking about going for my CDLs and shit. Yeah, I don't even need two incomes. Basically, that's two incomes right there.
Yeah. Might get in that cryptocurrency. Might try to do that.
Yeah, I'm starting to do that though.
Once I get me a car, I ain't got to deal with these people on the bus. Some of them all right, but you running some stupid people. Again, especially black women. The ones to be talking on the bus, they be yelling and screaming. They boyfriend. Oh, Jeremiah ain't come home and all that. They be threatening his life and all that. Oh girl, if he mess with you, do what you got to do. Kill him and all that crap. I just basically just put my music on and be on my phone. These black women, man, I tell you, crazy.
Yeah, man, crazy as hell, man. That's why I sometimes I just now deal with them because I just know there's something wrong with them. Something really wrong with the person.
Yep, I had to cut a lot of people off too, for my family, like places when I go to my appointments and stuff, get away from women especially and black women, and had to cut some of them out. They don't want to talk to me no, which is good. You just gotta just cut people off, man, because the more people that give you a problem in life, or you have them in your life, it puts more stress on you. You end up getting in trouble. You lose your job, and you just have to start all over again.
Yeah. That's why I just really and truly, I learned to just be by myself, man. I ain't about to deal with all this attitude, and nobody got time for that, man.
Yeah. But pretty much. What you think of We talked about coronavirus. What you think of the vaccines?
Well, I bet this vaccine just a cover up what they really doing. They trying to get rid of all these child molesters and pornographers and all that. That's all what they're trying to do.
Uh,
That's all, bro. Come on, bro.
and then you have some people. I know you was talking about you trying to get rid of the pornography and the child molesters, but you have all these people like my mom, my aunt took the vaccine. You have these people, other people that's taking the vaccine. What do you think about that?
Well, you can take the first one, but if you take the second one, you stupid. Because I feel like for this, if you do that, it's going to really fuck with your immune system. You know.
Yeah, and I mean the whole before we go to the next part, but like for this part right here, I'm going to say, they changed their minds so many times. Like if they, I'm going to admit this right now, if they would have done this properly, like they didn't lie and change their mind so many times, and so many inconsistencies, I would have got the shot. I'll just be honest, I would have. But from the very beginning of this whole thing, because at the beginning I actually believed it, but I didn't care because I'm like, it's just China. But if you look at this thing, like when this first happened, they said that everybody was dropping dead on the ground. It was so bad. And then they said that when it would get here, it would mutate. And then have you seen anybody drop dead in like 5 seconds after getting the disease?
No.
But do you remember what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Just like die right
that
away.
That right there was a red flag.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
and just that, and just how Fozzie changed his mind 50 times about wearing triple mask and double mask and no mask and wear a mask. And it's like, I don't trust them anymore. And then they have that event 201 thing, if you know about that.
No, I don't know about that. Now, these people who wear these double masks are just basically just plain stupid. Double masks, face shields, and all this crap. I just laugh at it, man. I go out in public, I don't wear no mask at all. And they look at me like, where your mask at? I like, nope, I ain't wearing it.
Yeah, you should look up Event 201. It's very interesting. It talks about so Event 201 was a simulation that happened in 2018. At the end of 2018, there was a thing called Event 201, and it was founded by the Melinda and Bill Gates Foundation. And it was a simulation of how we would get a virus from China and that it would wreck the world's economy and what to do. And this was like a couple months before COVID-19.
Yep.
And I don't trust them at all.
What I want to talk about too, and people, whether they notice this or not, before COVID, people was actually dying from tuberculosis.
Uh-huh.
And that was in 2000. I'm thinking it was 2020, something like that. Yep.
Yeah, and not only that, but like speaking of that, like if you notice that all the other diseases disappeared or they lowered, like on the news, they'll go that the other diseases were lowered, but COVID was higher.
Yeah.
And then they'll say like the COVID vaccine tests aren't that accurate.
Yep. I'm not getting no tests. My mom wanted me to get a test and all that. I was like, nope. I'm not getting no test. But what else? Let's see what else we can talk about here.
There's a lot. There's a lot of stuff. I mean, I don't mind talking about the women stuff, but I think that MGTOW talks about the woman stuff too much.
Yeah.
The only time I'd understand about it too much is like if you're still going through red pill rage. Which I don't know if everybody on here is, but during that phase, that's very healthy to do because
Yeah.
you're getting it all out and you've been traumatized by all the lies that you were told by society. Yeah.
Women are just pretty much just done. I mean, these people, these simps are still talking about women, being around
Yeah.
women. And sooner or later, they end up getting screwed anyway. But video games and all this other stuff, we basically, moving all of that, moving on to that. Besides just talking about women in MGTOW all day, that I do understand.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm not on here all day or anything. I guess it bothers. There are still a lot of people in the red pill rage. I understand that, but like that last guy, I don't want to talk shit too much, but I didn't like that one guy that we had too much. He's okay. Like, I sent some things to Jay to kind of express where I was at.
Right.
But there was this guy that was like something knowledge or something like that. And I felt maybe he wasn't an incel, I don't know, but he was like a really angry person. And he was like, all women are evil and everything like that. And I do not believe this at all. I think that their nature was out of bounds. That's what I believe. I believe their nature is out of control. And there's nothing to bring them back with that resistant force that they originally had, if that makes sense. Look how many women are mentally ill. If they're mentally ill, okay, then what's happening isn't normal or healthy.
Yep.
If that makes sense.
Yep.
Will the other guy leave?
Yeah, he left. He left.
Was that Jay?
Yeah, that was Jay.
I didn't know that he left. No, but I had I sent Jay this article about what was it? About these rats that this guy, have you heard of this? There's an experiment where this guy took rats and he like built the perfect utopia for the rats, and they just kept breeding and breeding and breeding, and like the females became more aggressive and they started killing their babies. Well, I don't necessarily think it's all overpopulation. Part of the example of the experiment was if you build a utopia that's too utopian, even though we're not perfect, but if you compare this to the environment that we're used to, like throughout history, it is a utopia compared to that. I mean, and so there's no resistant force to keep them in check. And so it's like the equivalent of if you give a child too much sugar.
Right.
Where it's like you're giving them too much.
Right.
And so that resistant place, that kind of resistant force that kept them in balance is not there. It's barely there. And I just, sorry, I'm laughing because technically there's still some struggles, but they pretty much have the advantage. Like they have a dictator power almost.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like the goldfish theory. I also sent Jay. You're not Jay, so I don't have those videos. But do you know what happens if you have like a bunch of goldfish and you let them loose in a lake? Do you know what happens?
No, I don't. What happened?
Okay, it'll fuck up the ecosystem because the other fish won't eat them because goldfish are actually toxic.
Wow.
Like they won't kill. They won't necessarily kill us, but they can make an animal sick, and they'll also they also have a special type of bacteria, and they attract a certain type of algae with like their personal bacteria biome and all their like secretions and shit.
Right.
That it will mess up the entire lake ecosystem, and they'll get huge.
Right.
And they'll kill all the other fish, or most of them. Not all of them. Like the mollusks might be okay, but they can actually kill off a huge population of the fish. And so that's why in fact, it's illegal in like most states to release your goldfish into a lake. You get huge fines if you're caught. But this is what's happening with this, though. Another example would be female coyotes right now,
Right.
and breeding
Right.
with urbanization. So that's all that's happening. I don't think they're evil, but don't you think that if men didn't have any kind of, I'm not saying all men, just like not all women are like this, but most of them are in America. Most of them are. Like 99% of them are.
Right.
Don't you think that most of the men would go out of bounds too if you didn't set any kind of boundary and gave them whatever they wanted?
Yes. Yes,
Yeah.
I bet they would. Yeah.
And that's what happened with white people too. They were set no boundaries and they did whatever they wanted to any other group of people. So this is with anything, any kind of class, any kind of tribal element. This is what will happen. Maybe not everybody, but most people will go have a heyday with it. And so that's all it is. The other guy just seems so bitter. And he's like, oh, they're evil. And I'm like, do you really think that if we had a hunter-gatherer system that they would be acting like this? And he's like, no. But then he like said all this stuff, and I said, you don't even have to go that far. For most of history, it wasn't this bad. And so, and I said on top of that, the young girls are being taught that men are evil and that they just oppress them the entire lives. That's what they were taught. And so what do you think is going to happen if you teach someone something from, when they're growing up, that this crap,
Yeah.
And so that's what I think it is. I'm actually a pretty laid back person, and it would take, have you ever heard, were you here with our last conversations or no?
I think so, on JStream, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think I remember you at least once, possibly twice.
I think I at the end of it, close to the end of it, went to bed.
Yeah. But have you ever heard me get angry?
No. No.
But it takes a lot to piss me off. But like, I'm content with myself in the whole female thing. So I don't have to get angry anymore. But, I just don't think that, if you're angry, you're not going to think rationally.
Right.
And that's what I think that one guy was at. I don't remember his name. He's supposedly another Big Chow channel. I don't necessarily hate him. In fact, I agree with most of what he's saying. But I do believe your foundation matters. We can all have like the same opinions, but your foundation, where you come from, is going to affect things too. You can be the same place and have the same cause. But I don't think that I get why men could hate women.
Right.
But I don't think it's the healthiest mindset. And I don't evil. I do not believe that at all. I do not believe this. If you, I don't know. Were you here when I talked about that Pakistani girl?
No, I don't think I was here for that. No.
Okay, so there's this girl from Pakistan I talked to on like a webcam thing. Technically, you're not supposed to do that as a Muslim, but she spoke Urdu or something like that, or Urdu, I don't know what it's called, in English, pretty good English. And and she was so intelligent. And she was so nice and calm. Like, she was super articulated. And, like, I could never find a woman here like that. Now, she did go to college and everything, which is something I look down on. I'm neutral. I don't really know. But it was a breath of fresh air. And it let me see the other side of things. So someone that never grew up in America and wasn't brainwashed by American ideologies was a completely different person. Could we imagine that, And he was like, is this a girl from America? Is she a Pakistan in America or something like that? He didn't believe that someone like this could exist, but neither could I until I met her. So, and I met another Pakistani girl that was kind of like that, but she I don't know if she got in trouble because I don't know if you know this, Muslim women aren't supposed to talk to men. Did you know that?
I didn't know that. Mm-mm.
It's against the religion. like outside of their family, like their husband and the children. So that's probably why the other one disappeared. But was it? But yeah, it was different. So I really don't believe that all of them are the same. I mean, there's a reason why men in the Middle East are very different than the men here. There's a reason why. It's because of where they grew up. So if you raise them a certain way and they have all those social pressures, they're probably going to be different. But if you only lived here and you only know here, then the chances of you running across different types of people is pretty rare. Unless they're really intelligent and like individualist. You know.
Yeah. I know my neighborhood is terrible, man. Where I'm from, it's terrible. Like,
Yeah.
I told Jay, man, I need to just save my money, make money, and get on out of here. High crimes here and robbery and stuff like that. I mostly just stay to myself, so I don't really associate with the people in my neighborhood. Maybe less, but I don't really associate with the people in my neighborhood.
Yeah.
Nope.
My neighborhood's pretty calm, but surprisingly, like, I'll say this real quick. So I live on the suburbs, like a white suburbs type thing.
Yeah.
But surprisingly, compared to my dad's like trailer park hick stuff, this neighborhood's actually had more crime. Sorry to laugh, but I'm just saying that because it surprised me. Because like when you enter this neighborhood, it's like flowers everywhere, and squirrels, and there's very little trash.
So you saying that it's a peaceful neighborhood or a bad neighborhood?
For the most part, it's okay. I'll say that. But we've had several drug dealers here. We had someone shoot their neighbor in the leg and then barricade themselves in their house.
Wow.
And then the SWAT team and then he shot himself in the house when the SWAT team were surrounding his house and threw a flashbang and shit in there. Right. He had an armored vehicle like parked outside the house. And so we've had stuff like that. What else was there? There's a lot of thefts. We've had break-ins. Another guy, this is a couple of years ago. I think it was 2019. I think it was a year ago. Some guy was on the run, and we even had we saw police lights all over the neighborhood. And this guy was on the run. He didn't want to go to jail again, so he took his car and ran it through like his girlfriend's house.
Wow.
In my dad's trailer park, like the most that happens is there might be a few meth or marijuana deals. There's almost no violence. There's no cars. There's no killing. Not really any suicides or anything. Other than a few drug deals, nothing happens.
I need to
live
where
like
you
a
at.
shitty hick trailer park.
Well, no, let me change my mind. No, I don't want to live there.
Well, I'm not telling you to live there. I'm just saying that it surprised me. That's all I'm saying. I'm surprised because when you go to this neighborhood, it looks like a white, privileged neighborhood type thing. And most of the time, it seems like that. But I've seen so much crime in this neighborhood. It's insane. And, yeah, dogs also attack people because no one keeps their dogs on the leash. That almost happened to me a couple times because they play with their dogs without a leash.
Yeah.
So this neighborhood is not as safe as it appears. I mean, I've never been mugged or anything like that. Plus, I'm huge, so no one unless they have a gun. And they probably think I have a gun, which I don't. Just don't tell anybody I don't have a gun. But I'm just, So, yeah, I hope you do get out of wherever you live. I guess I just had to tell you that because it's fucking weird. But yeah.
Before I get ready to go,
me
and Jay was talking about these gun owners. Now some of these gun owners, own guns, but they still like to provoke people and get them mad and stuff like that. We said that even though you still have a gun, you still can be killed like anybody else or get hurt.
Yep. What are you trying to say that like what's my opinion on all that?
What I'm saying is, even as a gun owner, I'm just saying that even as a gun owner, you have a chance of still being killed or hurt.
Oh yeah,
Like in my yeah,
definitely. It's a fucking gunfight. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you get shot, you like and like the especially anywhere like in the kill range, you have like a 50% chance of living per shot.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah, but you want to know why people do that for? They try to provoke, and this is my opinion. It's because the justice system's fucked.
Yeah.
And so they think that they're gonna try to manipulate. It's essentially it reminds me of I know you got to go through like the cowboy duels. So it's whoever can piss the other person off and provoke them to attack, and then they'll just shoot them. That's their plan. And it's because the justice system is fucked and they don't know what to do. So it's like, well, I'll just find a reason to kill this person. We'll have more problems, and they'll be gone. It kind of reminds me of the episode with Cartman, where Cartman draws that circle around him, and he calls Token, and he goes, "Come here, fist bump. I'm not going to trick you." And then, but essentially, you want to get rid of someone, but you don't want to go through the legal system to prosecute them, and that's how it is. Because if you hit first, you're the aggressor, and that's so important, especially in the United States, for men to keep their calm. Like control your emotions.
I try to do that. I think most likely I just need to work from home, man.
Well, I found a loophole. I'll just share this. It's a little bit crazy. What I'm about to say is a little bit crazy. So I'm actually going to go to another room to tell you this. So a lot of people don't know this, but so my dad had this shitty girlfriend. She was bipolar. She was crazy, okay?
Right.
And I didn't like her. And I was like, it's just a shitty situation. You know, sorry about that. that. Okay, so it was a shitty situation, but then she tried to shoot my father.
Right.
And I said she has to go. And did I tell you this, that I practice witchcraft or whatever?
Yeah. Yeah, you told her. Yep.
So she's dead now. And so what I did was, you don't have to believe it was because of this, but I tried to cast a spell, like a curse.
Right.
Like a hex. And I said I wanted her to have a car accident. And you can actually find her name and type in Leslie Bowman obituary.
Right.
And she's dead because she died in a car accident a couple of months after the hex. Exactly the way that I had told the hex to kill her.
Right.
So you can get rid of people without killing them.
Yeah.
Without a gun.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And certain people don't realize that. They don't.
Yeah.
They don't. Me, I just let karma happen to them. I just leave them alone and just let karma happen to them. I do it the old-fashioned way.
Yeah. Well, but I guess we'll go.
I'm
gonna chat
in the stream.
Yeah.
This is Red Pill Daniels, and I'm out.